with all those nice flowers. Well, hello everybody. How are you? So, buenas tardes a todos, and also dajahao and hello. You know, to start the afternoon, why don't we turn to the person next to you and say, thank you for coming. Thank you for supporting education. Can you do that? Turn to the person next to you or behind you or in front of you. Thank you for coming. Thank you for supporting special education. In fact, why don't we say that out loud? Okay? 1, 2, 3. Thank you for coming. Thank you for supporting special education. Well, let me tell you how important this is for me today. I want to thank the Puente Hill Special Education Local Plan Area Community Advisory Committee. How many of you are on that community? Advisory committee. Fantastic. They should give you $1 because there's so many letters in that. And how many of you are on the Special Art Festival Committee? Any of you on that committee? Wow. So you're not going to get called out for that. I also want to thank my good friend Anita Tan for coordinating the logistics. Yay, Anita! And also Margaret Noji Han, who also was the co-chair of the event today. And how about the SELPA directors and the directors of special education? Puente Hill SELPA, the superintendents, and all my good friends, the elected officials here from, I saw Roland, and do we have any electeds from Hacienda La Puente? Do we have any elected officials from Hacienda? Of course, thank you for coming. A big shout out. And all the judges and all the winners. Have they announced the winners yet? Well, I have an announcement. You're all winners. You're all winners. Well, as you know, this is a time of great challenge. And first of all, I apologize for my appearance. I was going to wear my tuxedo and I have a boutonniere, but I was out walking door to door today, and I have my comfortable shoes on. And in case someone chases me, I can run as fast as I can. So I got my fast tennis shoes here. Well, this is a time of great challenge as well as opportunity. Over 10 years ago, the federal and state budgets covered over 50% of special education costs. And yet now the combined share is under 38%, at a time when students with special education needs has risen by 11%. The federal government share is declining, it's getting smaller. And many districts, and you know, those of you that are involved with our budgets, are forced to make up the difference from your general funds. And the reason is the legislature thought that the SELPAs could handle the needs of students with moderate and severe disabilities with a uniform funding rate by the number of students who receive the most costly services, but those numbers are also rising. And there's no longer financial incentives for districts to identify autism and extra funding to place students in the classrooms they require. So the burden has fallen squarely on the SELPA. Some of you remember a member of the SELPA. What does SELPA mean? Give me an S.
Special.
I can't hear you. Give me an S.
Special.
What does that stand for?
Special.
Give me an E.
Education.
Education. Give me an L.
Local.
Local. Give me a P.
Plan.
Plan. And give me an A.
Area.
Area. Well, I understood everything except the A because I went to school. I never got any A's. But let's give a round of applause to all the SELPAs. You are amazing. Now, I served in the California State Legislature. I was an assembly member. And I was an assembly member during the worst time. The recession that started around 2006 to 2008. That's when it started. And we were $40 billion short of our budgetary needs, 40 billion with a B. And there was a saying that our budget reflects our values. When we don't sufficiently give funding, we're saying that there is less value in parts of those society that we just give less money to. So let me say it loud and clear. Today, we come together as a community to say that we value all the people in this room, to reflect the special education community. And what is the value here? It's the type of value that says we need to invest in our students, some of whom will qualify for and attend and graduate from our most prestigious universities, as well as those who enter the workforce at whatever level, and everyone else, and in between. But most of all, we have to recognize that the term value is always changing. So we need to be careful whenever we say that this group of people has less value. We only have to look no further than the Me Too movement to show how the value of a woman 10, 15, 20 years ago in the workplace was seen as a lot less than they deserved, being undervalued and disrespected. And yet yesterday's societal cast-off is today's champion. Don't you think women are the heroes of our society today? I can't hear you. Don't you think that women deserve more respect than they have before? And just as the women's movement is rising, those of you in the special education movement are also rising. And let me tell you why. It's because your stories are starting to be heard loud and clear. All of you have a story to tell. It's just that your story has not received the proper attention yet. Let me tell you two stories that I know about. I grew up in a household where I had an uncle. And my uncle was never around for Thanksgiving or the holidays or my birthday or my graduation. And every time I asked, "Where's Uncle Frank?" I would be told, "Oh, he's off on vacation. He's off on a camping trip. He went to another country." Well, it wasn't until my uncle passed away that I found out that he had some very, very special needs. But my own sister that came from my parents, that was born from the same parents, was so ashamed of her brother-in-law that she wouldn't even tell me what his special needs were until he passed away. And I think how tragic it was that if I had known, I could have reached out to him, I could have tried to have understood. But in those days, the stigma was so strong that it was easier to remain silent. Let me tell you about another story. This is a story of a mother whose voice was disregarded. And this mother had an at-risk child. A child who was depressed and who wanted to end his life sometimes and who wanted to drop out, who started to not go to class, and who started to have doubts about his value. And this mother went everywhere to say that she needed help. But nothing happened. And one day this mother was riding home on the bus, and she started weeping. And the person next to her said, "What's the matter? What's the matter, man? Can I help?" And this mother said to this perfect stranger, "You're the first person who asked me what the problem was." And she took a handkerchief and started to weep into that hanky. And she said, "I need help, I'm losing my son." And the woman said, "Well, let me try to help." And she gave her a hug to acknowledge the problem, and then she began to give her a little personal love and counseling and refer her to her church. And then this mother